This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group at Keller Williams Realty here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today's topic of discussion is just be going over the current real estate market from a real estate professional's perspective and from a seasoned attorney's perspective. Today we have David Wedemeyer with us from O'Grady and Wedemeyer. He's got over 2,000 closed short sale transactions. Right now his focus is on the residential market, so he brings a wealth of knowledge to the table. So I'm excited to have him with us today.
Thanks for having me, Dale. I really appreciate being here.
Yeah, you bet. I'm excited to have you with us as well. So real quickly here, just want to give you a quick snapshot of the market of what we're seeing in the residential. So many of you are probably already aware prices are up about 35% in the last 12 to 14 months. Inventory's down to about a 1 month supply. About 60% of the buyers are paying cash roughly. Been a lot of changes. AB 284 video that you and I have done recently going over that topic. So feel free to listen to that. You'll find it in the description below. But we've seen some drastic changes from AB 284, and we've just got a lot of stuff shifting. I'm seeing a lot of marketing stuff out there that's led me to reach out to you to get your expertise. I really entrust your judgment. So what's going on? Just give us a pulse from your standpoint.
Well, that obviously you're the real estate professional, so you know the market better than I do. But from what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing, you hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned before, AB 284 that we previously discussed, that has really put a kink in the ability for the banks to foreclose on the home. So
yes, absolutely.
That being said, like you mentioned, 1 to 2 months of inventory artificially inflates the prices of the homes right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, you're the real estate professional obviously, but I don't see that trend continuing. The banks are already starting the NOD process again. They're starting to foreclose on homes again. They're getting that big machine going.
Yeah.
And that's just going to lead to more inventory. Plus, right now in Carson City, they're talking about amending AB 284, or really the law that it changed. So they're going to take kind of the teeth out of it again and allow the banks to foreclose a little bit easier. That's what I'm finding.
Yeah.
So that being said, I don't know. You're the real estate professional, but I don't see the prices that we have today. Maybe they'll go up a little bit more, but I just don't see them continue to grow because there's so much inventory out there for 40,000 to 50,000 homes that don't have power right now. And if you're thinking about selling your home, if you're looking to get out of it, you might not have a short sale right now. We've came across a couple instances where people have come to us and they want to short sell their property, and after we do a little bit of an investigation, we say, hey, guess what? Congratulations.
Yeah.
Your home is actually worth more than you owe.
Yeah, that's right. We've actually canceled a few of our short sales and turned them into equities. We started processing them last year, and with prices going up 30% or so, they turned into equity sales. So with this increase in the notice of defaults, and you having so much experience closing these short sales, what are you seeing? I know, like, what is it, Freddie or Fannie? I always get the two confused. They're putting their properties up at ridiculous pricings, and they're counter offering a lot of our short sales at above market by as much as 20%. So, what are you seeing on your end? Because you see a different side of the whole process than we do.
I wish I could say that I was seeing something different from Fannie and Freddie, but that's just how it goes. Because short sales take a little bit of time, regardless of your experience with it. Average is 4 to 6 months. Sometimes you can close them in 30 days. Sometimes they're a little bit trickier. But considering that it might be, let's say you submit it, obviously you have to submit it with an offer, so that process could take 6 months to get approved, and if the market values go up 30 to 35% in 1 year, the banks are looking at it, well, we need a new appraisal, we need a new BPO, and then it comes in with a counter offer, like you said, 20% above market value. Sometimes it's not quite as high, but what we've found is that the market's still so competitive that there's buyers out there that will close.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll still come in and pay that premium and still allow the short sale to close. It's not like the buyers are necessarily walking away, especially if it's an institutional buyer, hedge fund, investment.
Well, we have about $1 billion in hedge fund money alone in Las Vegas looking at buying up property.
The CFO of my law firm has a meeting with actually Blackstone, the world's largest hedge fund, specifically discussing ways to get inventory, when we say inventory, residential real estate in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, for these hedge funds to acquire the properties. I mean, if their job is to get the properties and they've already got the money set aside, but securing the properties is the challenge.
Yeah.
Anything we list, I could sell it to 10 personal investors I know. It's an interesting game we're in. But I want to transition real quick, just due to a lot of what I'm seeing in the news and when I'm driving around the valley. This buyback, this short sale and buyback. I want to get your take on that.
Oh yeah,
So
no.
it's making our phone ring, and it's not even our marketing strategy. So
Yeah,
curious.
it's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Essentially, what it is, it's the HAFA, the federal guidelines in terms of short sale approval and different things like that.
Yeah.
It requires an arm's length transaction. So basically, what that means is you can't. The short sale transaction can't be incestuous. Like you can't sell your home to your brother for discounted price, something like that.
Yeah.
But there's a kind of a loophole or an exception, if you will, within HAFA that allows for an arm's length transaction if the sale goes to a nonprofit. Okay, and it has to be a specific nonprofit.
Okay.
That being said, the whole purpose of it is that these nonprofits come into blighted communities, people way upside down in their homes, paying way too much for their mortgage, and they come back and it has to be HAFA approved. It can't be a jumbo loan, so there are some requirements for it. It's not just find a nonprofit and sell your home and then do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
But they come in. The idea is they buy these properties, and the person who short sold the property has an option to buy it back 3 years down the line for current market value, and then gets to stay in the home and rent it out. So the idea is that the communities stay together. And then the people have an opportunity to repurchase the home 3 years down the line and maybe have a little bit of equity, or at least not be so far upside down on it. But
Okay.
I don't know. I've heard of a couple people doing it in Nevada. I've been approached by a couple different realtors. Do you want to be counsel on it? Do you want to do this? And I haven't seen anybody really doing it right. Okay, I know there were some nonprofits that were here that were shut down. It's a national program. I know it's been successful in some parts of California. I just haven't seen it. I've had a couple different people come and talk to me about it, and I've explained the whole process to them and whatnot, and I don't know. I've spoken with an individual who basically described it as the nonprofit was the straw purchaser for the investor who would ultimately get the note. And these are federal guidelines. They got to be completely followed, everything else, and I haven't heard of any great success stories in Nevada yet.
Yeah. I don't like to be Debbie Downer or pessimistic, but the saying, if it seems too good to be true, it usually is. And it resonated with me when you said straw buyer. I started having flashbacks of 04, 05, 06 with some of the stuff going on in our market. So I'm assuming there's good intentions with that, and but it just seems too good to be true for something like that to really come to fruition. Because you said it, if it's a nonprofit, how many nonprofits are going to come into our marketplace and do it as a nonprofit?
And it's a specific nonprofit. And I'm not talking about any specific nonprofit, any specific entity or an individual who is a proponent of it. I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. I haven't heard of any true success stories, and I would love to hear them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Anything else with that, or anything else in the market that you want to expand on a little bit? Or?
Well, if you're thinking about getting out from underneath your home, there's obviously different loss mitigation options. You can try to loan mod it, which are generally just forbearance agreements. You're going to have to pay all that money back and things. But if you're considering a short sale, it's just a great market to do it in. Even though you still might be upside down. There's a big upswing in the market right now. Thus, you owe, that deficiency balance between what you owe and what your home is worth has shrunk. Banks are having a tendency to approve them quicker. Like we discussed earlier, there's tons of buyers out there who want to gobble up properties.
Yeah.
You have the tax obligation waiver. It's a very, very good time to short sell if you're considering it. So it'd be great to either discuss it with your local or with your trusted real estate professional, someone like Mr. Snyder, or we're always open for free consultations for anybody who wants to call.
Okay. How do the consumers get in touch with you?
Well, it's easy. You can either call the number on the screen, or you can reach us on the net at www.owlawlv.com.
All right, fantastic. Well, thanks for your time. You consumers, if you'd like to reach out to us, you can find us on our website. You can call us on the number that's in the description as well. We're here to help. If you have any questions about, just what is your home worth, what are your options, we've got a great team in place to assist you and advise you so you can make the best educated, informed decision. So this is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group at Keller Williams Realty, and David Wedemeyer with O'Grady and Wedemeyer. Have a fantastic day.
Yeah, that's what I saw as well. I mean, I've heard estimates of 2,500 to 3,000 so far this year, but
That's about right.
there was an article in the